Well, we're already seeing a little bit of fog setting into the Spokane area, limiting visibility just slightly out there. The fog going to get a little bit thicker as we head overnight. However, then after that, we do have some wet weather on the way, and you can see we've still got a little bit of light out there. Our sunset is getting later and later each night, which is very nice. Right now, though, we are at 39 degrees, cloudy conditions in Spokane, winds out of the southwest 10 miles per hour in Coeur d'Alene. 39 degrees, cloudy conditions there, not seeing any winds in the Coeur d'Alene area. We did see a little bit of precipitation today, mainly into southeastern Washington, pushing into the Idaho panhandle there. You can see that turned into some mixed precipitation along the Idaho-Montana border. However, we are going to be dry this evening. Most of the region going to experience some very dry conditions through the night before we see some changes on the way tomorrow. Tonight, we do have fog setting in. Again, that fog going to get a little bit thicker overnight, possibly turning into some freezing fog. The temperature overnight low right at 32 degrees, so there's a chance we could see a little bit of freezing fog, but for the most part, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It will be cloudy, winds out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour tomorrow. We're going to warm up to a high of 36, so not nearly as warm as we were today. Rain showers definitely, and possibly some snow mixed in there. If we do see any snow, it's likely going to be some very wet flakes in there. We shouldn't see accumulations hardly at all, if any, into the Spokane area. Winds out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look at our extended forecast, we can see when and where that precipitation is going to hit overnight. We are staying mostly dry until about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then we start to see a lot of wet weather moving into the area. You can see as we start the morning, it's basically all rain into Washington, and then as you head further east into Idaho, there is a little bit of snow mixed in there, again, mainly along that Montana border. And then as we go through the day, it stays mainly in the form of rain until the evening. Then we start to see a little bit of mixed precipitation, or excuse me, into the late afternoon into the Spokane area. So as we head into the evening, we'll start to see some snow mixing in there, but it's not going to stay around too long. And then as we head into the evening, we're already starting to see things drying out. By 4 p.m., most of the precipitation has left the Spokane area, but quite a bit is still sticking into the Idaho panhandle, especially into those mountains. So we do have a winter weather advisory that goes into effect starting at 4 a.m. and it will run until 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. This is for the Panhandle Mountains. You can see it's above 3,500 feet. Expect 2 to 6 inches of snow falling in that area just east of Coeur d'Alene. So if you do have to do any traveling, be aware that there could be some slippery conditions. So tomorrow we have light impacts. This should actually be a 2, not a 3 on our impact scale. Rain and possibly snow mixed in there for most of the area. Mountain accumulations, though, of 2 to 6 inches once again. Winter weather advisory in effect. So if you do have to do any driving through the mountains, that's really going to be your only impacts, and expect winter driving in that area. Our lows tonight are mainly going to be into the upper 20s, lower 30s, 33 in the valley, 35 in Coeur d'Alene, 29 degrees in Deer Park, though, and Colville, 36 in Moses Lake, 39 degrees in Lewiston. And then our highs tomorrow, not a whole lot warmer than that, into the mid to upper 30s for much of the region, 38 in the valley in Coeur d'Alene, 36 in Deer Park, and then some 40s out there, 41 in Moses Lake, 40 degrees in Omak and Colville, 44 degrees in Lewiston. And our temperatures not really changing a whole lot this week. We're mostly into those mid 30s, 38 going to be the warmest day out there, and those overnight lows are about to get chillier, back down into the 20s for much of the week. As we end the weekend, again, that mix of precipitation, and then starting Monday, it looks like we dry out for the beginning of the week with some foggy conditions before some rainy days on Tuesday and Wednesday. Ariana?